Hey! I see myself on the screen. That means I exist. Hello, weirdos and malfolks. How are you all doing? Hey, it's Fearic. I know it has been, so long since I've seen you. I mean, like a matter of like days or something. So, yeah. For those of you who don't know, I am Guslado, also known as Doug, also known as Top Doug Design, and I just returned from GenCon. Woo! Good times. Oh, you know what? If that's how I deter, I think, therefore I am. But let's be honest. Have you ever thought? Am I someone who tends to think all that much? I don't know. It's the way I know that I am live. But I am working on some witness. So anyone who happened to tune into my last stream, that was right after they had announced this glorious, wonderful box. Because Damien Ravencroft is my favorite character in all of Malifaux. And I was told by a couple friends that they wanted to play a drinking game. They thought they might play a drinking game while I was doing my stream and talk and drink every time I said Ravencroft. But they determined that they would not have survived the stream. So I kind of feel like I have to paint Damien Ravencroft today because I'm so very, very excited about him. But yeah, so let's just make sure I'm framed up properly here. Grab some painting glasses. Clean those painting glasses because they're all smudged up. And get down to business. So I've decided to start with Damien Ravencroft himself because you know what? Start with the boss. I did pick up the full witness keyword as they had it available for pre-release at GenCon. So, yeah. So I have all of it. It's very exciting. I did not use it at all. I actually didn't build it until I got home. Unlike some other people who built it. Hey, who just followed? That was a follow there I saw. Thank you so much for following. How you doing? Do you paint at all? Welcome to the shenanigans. You come for the painting, you stay for the shenanigans. Cajun Hoosier. Okay, that implies someone who maybe lives in Indiana but is from Louisiana or the other way around, possibly. But yeah, so here we go. I'm going to get going on him. I think I will actually start out with a little bit of work on his shirt there. So, sure, I'm going to do white. Hey, you just got into Malifaux. Were you at GenCon? I'm judging by the fact that you've got, Hoosier in your name, that you are in some way related to the state of Indiana. Oh, cool. I was there. I was the guy who looked like me. I don't know if you saw me around there a lot. Yes, one of us. Did you happen to get a chance to play a game or check out the tables at all? Or, yeah, well, what brought you to, us today? As I grabbed the wrong brush. My boy Damian. Hey, McBluff. How are you doing? I see you survived GenCon. So I had a very, very exciting... I knew she was going to be showing up there, but she mentioned it. But, yeah. McBluff was able to hunt me down. Oh, fun. CBTB number things there. Oh, good. So you got your negative COVID test? Awesome. But yeah, is that you, Cole? Is that you, Cole? There, CBTB. Hey, it's Cole. Yes. Cool. So you'll be at Nova as well. Yeah, we're sorting out the details for Nova. Ourselves, the Texas contingent is figuring out our plans for Nova. And that needs a little bit more pigment to that. But yeah, so I got to play against. I got to play against Damien Ravencroft, first round of the Tyrant tournament. Worst game of my life. Terrible. The guy I played against, absolutely awful person. Just made me want to punch myself in the face repeatedly. I'm kidding. It was a blast. I played against Cole. Good guy. And it was a lot of fun to play against a new master. So a lot of the Texas meta came up to GenCon. Overall did very well. I ended up taking third place in the Tyrant tournament, which was really, really good. That's the best I have ever done at GenCon. Technically last year I went undefeated at GenCon. But that was I went undefeated, but also didn't win a single game. But I ended up going and getting 3 victories. 2 very, very close games. Again, first of which was against Cole, who honestly, that final turn could have gone either way. It ended up coming down to a couple very clutch plays. And going into counting things up, it was sort of that I was not entirely certain where the points were going to fall. Managed to pull out a 5-4 victory there. Okay, let's be honest. I didn't choose to get, ties all of my games last year. It just amusingly happened. No, it would have ended up as a tie if the Rex didn't have that insane turn against Belventine Thorpe. That Titania Stunning. So I played Titania 2. The Autumn Queen, long live the Queen. Forever may she reign. Played her the entire tournament. And so she stunned Damian final turn. There was a lot of work he couldn't get done that he wanted to do. I also had the Rex, who decided to, hey, I'm going to run on in there. Is this the right one? Yeah. Rosy Shadow. I'm going to run on in there. And the original intention was to really just get a body in between Belventine Thorpe and Damien Ravencroft so that she couldn't move him out of where I needed him to be. Oh, that's awesome. I would love to see that. I love your artwork, McBluff. And it was so nice to finally meet you in person. That was awesome. I was very excited to have met our own student of conflict, as Play Weird has referred to McBluff as. But so yeah, the Malosaurus Rex was just trying to get a body in between the Belventine Thorpe and Damien Ravencroft. Because I didn't think he could take it. I didn't think the Rex could take Belventine Thorpe all the way from full health +2 shielded down in 1 activation. I just wanted to get, a body in between there. and then hopefully score my corrupted idols off of a different model. But Rex comes in there, manages to get off manages to hit, and then gets off a moderate damage on a negative flip. So that was delightful. Always nice when you can pull something like that off. So, that's 4 damage there. Then manages to hit again. Another 4 damage. So another moderate on a negative flip. And then, used the ability of the Rex, the Predatory Instinct, to get a positive flip on the Lashing Tendrils, his bonus action. Because I had a ram in hand to get another attack, but it wasn't a very high ram. And I really wanted to get that attack, so I was trying to, push for that attack. And, first card, reasonably high card, but not, the ram. And then I flip a ram face card, which was exactly the card I needed to get that free attack on Bellaventine. And that attack lands, and I managed to kill her off. It was just that perfect storm of the cards, coming up when I needed them. That if that one hadn't done it, I'm not sure if the models I had nearby, the last Dabbler, we're going to be able to finish them off in one go. Oh, so it's Mikla. Borderlands, wanted to draw Seamus, aka in the style. So I don't know who Handsome Jack is. I don't play a lot of video games. But yeah, so it ended up being just a really 2 activations that really did that game for me there. It was a fun game against Cole. If memory serves me correctly, I mean, I've known Cole for a few years now, but I don't think I've actually ever played against you. Hey, thanks for the follow. Who was that? Shockbox, thank you for the follow, sir. But yeah, that was a fun game. Can't remember. I think it was Jeff I played against second round. So played against Terra 2 second round, which was my first time ever playing against Terra 2. And yeah, that was a rude awakening for a few things. But, that one ended up winning 5-4. And then, once again, another very, very close game. And then ended up actually playing against a guy who is local to me, Nick, who actually, I mean, not just local to me, he was rooming with me at the convention. Because we stay with a friend of mine in the Indianapolis area. But so we played against my buddy Nick, and his deck absolutely betrayed him first turn. Second turn betrayed him slightly less, but it was still enough that... So he was playing Hamlin too. But it betrayed him enough that I was able to kill off Nyx very early on. Because I've played against his Nyx before. And I know that he loves to run that Nyx right up into my face and be the world's most annoying, nearly unkillable tar pits. So I absolutely hate Nyx. If I see Nyx, I want to kill Nyx. Problem is, Nyx heals when you fail duels against him. If you are nearby. But I was able to take down Nyx. I think it was, early in turn 2. Got Nyx hurting. Late turn 1. Was able to finish him off early on turn 2. And at that point, just the tides really shifted. He was playing catch up for the rest of the game. And just couldn't really rebuttal from that. But that's why you flip the cards, because, Well, it's sort of... At least we didn't get, paired off first round. I helped Matt, the guy who was running the tournament. I helped them get the tournament up and running, helped them get set up properly in BCP for first round to avoid pairings from the same meta. Because that is just... I hate it when you go, drive 1,000 miles and end up against the same person you play against on the regular basis, first round. Let's see, how far down does that? Okay, that's his pants there. That's his shirt. Okay, cool. All righty. Let's go with his cloak a little bit there. Or his pants. What color? That might be his pants. He's going to have brown leather. Yeah, let's go with kind of a gray. Okay, yeah, we'll go lighter gray. Yeah, we'll go lighter gray. Actually, no, I'll go with that kind of bluish gray. Get a little bit of that bluish gray there. As I talk to myself, figuring out exactly what the paint scheme is going to be here. I'm going to give that a little bit of blue in those shadows there. But yeah, it was overall, it was a very, very fun. So may I ask, what is it that makes the puzzle box my favorite story? I would say that the perspective it's being told, the way it's being told, is that it's kind of a puzzle, The writing on it is fantastic. The voice acting on the Breachside broadcast for that is phenomenal. The guy who read it just absolutely nailed it. And you get that build from a place where he lacks knowledge to where he has it all figured out. You get this really cool, beautiful evolution of character. And so when you start out, it's just the, hey, Defective Dice, how you doing? Is that weird? It's that build. And that it develops, but it develops at a good rate. It doesn't develop too fast. It doesn't develop too slow. It just, I think because when it was written with a character who was not a main character. Well, obviously now he's a master. Changes a little bit. But because it wasn't a master, they could kind of go places they wouldn't otherwise. I'm doing well, Defective Dice. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go with... I'm going to do some work on the cloak now. But because I feel like there's only so many places you can go with a quote unquote main character. Because people love them. Now, admittedly, hey, we did kill a few of the characters did get killed off, but that doesn't happen very often. Decided to go with purple for his cloak. So the artwork has got him wearing a red vest and a red cloak. I feel like that's a little bit too much just red there. So I'm going to add a little bit of, color contrast by giving him a nice purple cloak. Also, I really like purple on my models. Now, it's a good story to read, but I really enjoy it on the Breachside broadcast. Because as I said there, the voice acting in is so well done. And I love good voice acting. Have you listened to any of the Defective Dice? Have you listened to any of the Breachside broadcasts? Right. Oh yeah, no, that's I get you on that one. I like to listen to podcasts or audiobooks like when I'm driving or if I'm working out. But yeah, it's a really good. It's not just a good story; it's the voice acting in it. Just really get so as he starts to figure things out, he gets this. I can just feel kind of this toothy like I've got the idea. I know what I'm doing. Like that just grin to his voice there. And it just builds and there's an intensity to it. But yeah, so coming in third in the Tyrant tourney was pretty awesome. Although some of my favorite games of the entire weekend. So on Thursday, they did the double random rush tournament, which was full of delightful, delightful shenanigans. So if you're not familiar, so double rush is a team format. Team tournament format. Where each master, you have two people on a team. Each one gets a master, their totem, and 10 soul stones worth of models. Now, normally, you pick your partner, you pick your list, and you stick with them for the entire tournament. Well, not double random rush. So each round, you got a new partner. And you got a new crew. The crew stayed at the tables, and you moved from table to table. And you got a new partner. So I'm going to say this. I'm fairly certain that the totally random pairings first round were not totally random. Being that someone beforehand had said, hey, so Doug Bowman and Doug Broman, which Doug Broman is the other Doug, the Doug who does Steam-Powered Scoundrels. Awesome dude. Everyone gets us confused constantly. It was the world's most chaotic musical chairs. Well, so Furyk, they left the teams at the table. They left the crews at the table, and then had the people move around. But so, let me grab some water here. Yes. You would never rig the pairings for that. But so someone had beforehand had said, oh man, wouldn't it be hilarious if a thing happened where first round, 2 Dougs entered, 1 Doug left? And everyone's like, okay, that does sound delightful. So, first round, lo and behold, the pairings were Doug Broman, one of my guys who used to be in Texas but now lives up in the Ohio area, versus me and one of the other Steam Powered Scoundrels guys, Robert. And so, yes, this seems totally random. But it's like, ended up being 2 Dougs entered, 2 Dougs also left, because we tied. But the thing that was the most amazing, though, so that was glorious, Doug and I, our Dougness offset. Hey, Aaron Jado. Well, no, so this happened. This was in person. It was in person there. But so then, went through, kept going, getting shuffled around. Was good times. Final round, they go to announce the pairings, and they're like, saying people's names, so and so and so and so, so and so and so and so. And then they're like, the Dougs. And both myself and other Doug let out could what only be described as a squeal of pure joy. Because that's what it was. It was a squeal of complete and total joy. Everyone looked at us like it was absolutely insane. Which Dougs? Me Doug or other Doug? This is confusing as I'm talking about, me and other Doug playing together. Me Doug. Oh, okay. Well, you got to come back to my store. But so, when we found out that me and other Doug were paired together, it was a squeal of absolute pure joy. And one of the happiest moments I've ever had in Malifaux. At that point, I didn't even care if we won or not. I was just excited that we got to actually have Team Doug on the table. And it worked out really nicely. We ended up winning. Yes, it echoed through the convention hall. Our joy was a palpable physical thing. And we ended up winning, so that was awesome. And so, because they're doing all the random team pairings, the your rankings for the tournament were done individually. And so, in the end, the guy who won everything was my partner's second round. Being a terrible human being, I can't remember his name for the life of me. I managed to get second place, and other Doug got third place. So that was pretty cool. All righty, let's get a little bit of purple in there. Hey, Wade, good to see you, man. All righty, let's see. I think I'm going to actually drop a little bit of a wash onto, going to glaze those cobbles down a little bit there. Oh, that's not the right gray. That's the gray I wanted. There we go. Thin, 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 thin. Thin, thin, thin the paints. It's a song I'm writing about thinning paints. It's important to do. The writing of the song, but also the thinning of said paints. But yeah, so that was an absolute, doing that double rush, getting paired up with other Doug. Absolute blast. But what we determined there is that when we were paired against each other, we tied. Our Dougness offset each other. When we were paired together, we won. So as you can see, our Dougness is stronger together. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of stuff on that wrist there. Let's go with let's go that brown. Doug's together strong. Well, and then anyone who came out to the on Sunday, Doug and I ran an event together. We ran the Honeypot Casino Brawl, which was absolutely ridiculous, fun shenanigans. And I think it sounded like everyone had a great time. And Playward, I'm going to have to get this photo to you, because I got it before we got going on the event. But once we held the actual, official weird Bonanza Brawl deck, oh man, the look of pure joy on Doug's face was great. It was so cool. All right, let's get his shoes. I think the want his shoes to be. It's kind of grayish pants. So what am I playing these days? I'll be playing this guy a whole bunch coming up here soon, because he's Damien Ravencroft, and Damien Ravencroft is my favorite. But at the tournament, I played Titania 2 the entire time. Let's see his shoes. Let's go with, black shoes. We're going to go with that. Those decks are indeed very, very nice. I love my Neverborn. Long live the Queen, baby. Titania. Bringing her unruly subjects back into line. Nope, they are the best of the Borns. Shoes with a little bit of black. Painting some shoes. I'm painting some shoes. These shoes belong to Mr. Ravencroft. Wait, so, and Aaron J. Are you the guy who used to come to the Dragon's Lair, but then you ended I think you ended up going out to school out in California or moving out to California? Am I right on that? Am I thinking of the right person here, or is that someone else? Oh, hey, Aaron Darling, how you doing? The one who also mocks me about my losing to snakes constantly. The worst loss ever. In Darkness Comes Rattling. I think that might still be in my fairly certain that might still be in my forum signature. Aaron mocking me about losing to to the snake repeatedly. All righty. Yep. Let's go with. I actually want to hit that. Where's it? Is that? Nope. It's got to find my flesh shade. No, that's sepia. So I can't find the paints I'm looking for. Where are you at? Come out and play. Oh, there you are. Hello, little bottle. Oh no, are you like totally empty? Yep, you are. Alrighty. Oh, that's alright. It's going to. Actually, let's take a little bit of half a drop. Well, the snake was really mean. Someone designed that game to be really, really mean to me. There we go. Shake it down. Not quite enough. Grab it wrong. Where did I put it? I'm slowly losing my mind. Might be a little too much there. So I'm using the Rosy Skin Triad with Damien Ravencroft here because, you know, burned flesh tends to have kind of a like the scars from burned flesh tends to have a bit more of a kind of a rosy cast to it. There we go. That's getting it a little bit more where I wanted it to be. And Damien's Ravencroft skin is burned. So I'm kind of, taking a little bit inspiration from Deadpool for the way I'm painting his face up. Hey, I mean, me talking about Ravencroft, whatever people asked about lore during the streams, I guess it finally worked for me here. So, yeah, internet abuse is never fun. Be nice to people on the internet. They're still people. There we go. What do I want that accent strip there to be? So on him here, it's got kind of this. So I'm looking at the thing here. So obviously I'm changing up his cloak to be red. I mean, to be purple instead of red. He's doing the red vest because, I like that. What I need to do is tie that. This strip. You know what? I could maybe do that with strip of red on there as well. That'd be great. Now, I'm going to go kind of a golden color on that there. I'm going to break it up a little bit. Now, what I'm hoping to be able to do with him is now if you look at the artwork for him there, he's got more exposed skin on his hands than he does in this sculpt. But there's still enough on his hands here where I want to paint some glowing runes on him. I'm not familiar with it. I don't play a lot of video games anymore. Just don't have the time, and I have a tendency of way over hyper focusing on a video game when I play them, and I just literally lose weeks of my life. So I don't play video games anymore. Out of, self-preservation. Actually, little bit of this. And a little bit of that. Looks like that there. That'll work. There we go. That's the color I'm looking for. There we go. We'll see about also adding some kind of runic designs to this kind of chase here thing. The trim that he's got here. I think that would be really cool. So I need to get it bright enough that I think I'm going to try doing that with some Pigma Pens. Which, if you haven't tuned in when I've used those before, they are one of my favorite little secret things for the hobby. Oh, I love Coraline. Such a great movie. Also a huge fan of stop motion animation in general. Hey, Under Construction Paints, how you doing? I just noticed that you're here. By shipping tiny people, I hope you mean miniatures, because you're not supposed to send children in the mail. At least not anymore. By the way, I say not anymore. It actually used to be illegal. You could send your ship your children to other family members through the mail. I know that sounds crazy, but you totally were allowed to do it. We're talking like a Depression era. And to be fair, you didn't actually put them in a box or anything like that. But it was totally a thing. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of work onto the sword there now. Let's see, what's that? Yep. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your paint bottles. Shake your paint bottles. Yeah, I say that, and then it's, working right here. Oh, it worked when I put my finger in it, and then it stopped working there. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just mad at me. There we go. Got the base cut on there. As long as I've got that payment, I am just gonna grab Belventine Thorpe really fast. So as long as I'm doing a little bit of metallics here, slap a little bit of this onto her sword real fast because I can. Because I've got a mix here that I like. And because I am not haunted, I'm not doing everything in non-metallic metals because I'm not great with those. Need to get better at them, but we kind of do them sparingly, honestly. Because for a tabletop model, I generally think a true metallic looks a little bit better. Unless you're doing something with object source lighting. But then again, object source lighting on the tabletop doesn't always read properly. So, yeah. One moment while I grab some water and a snack. By the way, today's snack, dehydrated kiwis. Which, if you've never had them, they are amazing. Let's be honest, it's not a Guslado paint stream unless I talk about food. Because them's the rules, buddy. Alrighty. Right, his time needs a little something Hey, Chev Hunter, how you doing? Yeah, Furyk is a little bit late for lunch, isn't it? How goes it, Chev Hunter? All right. It's time to get to work on that red a little bit more. One more shade. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime doubly so. 1,000,000 internet points if anyone can tell me where that quote came from. I should put a time limit on that. Hey, Furyk, okay. Furyk, you get 1,000,000 internet points to be redeemed at your nearest internet point redemption center. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, I was wearing my Megrathea weather shirt. Well, I'm certain I've mentioned this before. One of my dogs is named Zaphod. Banned from a channel for stating, if you believe you can't die, you won't. This was referring to an RPG PCs or... I'm slightly confused. I feel like I missed a thing. To be fair, I always kind of feel like I've missed something. Just in life in general. It's the constant state I live in. Perpetual state of minor confusion. Well, that's never fun. Alrighty. Let's go with a little bit of the blood red here. If you believe you can't die, you won't. If a PC has enough mage, she cannot. I think I'm missing words here. That sentence doesn't feel complete to me. The joys of autocorrect. So I think the best way to describe that I've heard autocorrect described is that now, I mean, it's a crazy magical technology because think about it. It is your computer being able to sometimes accurately guess what you're trying to type. So I've heard it best described as a magical elf who lives inside your phone. So I think of autocorrect as a magical elf that lives inside my phone who also happens to be a little bit drunk. Which totally explains why it can get it right a lot of the time. And then sometimes it just says things that makes no sense whatsoever. Like, oh, guess the magical elf inside my phone is a little bit, extra drunk right now. I'm excited to actually get this guy to the table. This is going to be fun. It was fun playing against Cole, and I'm going to have a fun time using this crew. It seems like a cool keyword. That the whole using the configuration thing with him is, you definitely have the records keeping thing going on there. But he's not a straight up control master, which I like. Because I tend not to enjoy control masters. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of, mental overhead with this guy here. So, Raspy 1 pre-errata was very much apparently, I was told, plays as kind of more of a control master. And I didn't enjoy it. Because I was used to her being, Blasty Blaster Master. Say maybe Maxine feels a little bit more like a control master. And so I think, Maxine and EVS is just, I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me personally. I cannot get my head wrapped around her play style. Hey, Vyric, how you doing? Thank you, sir. I was surprised I pulled off did it so well. Long live the queen. But yeah, most masters have got. Oh, so how I unpack her. So basically, and I'll announce this all day, every day. The crew I ran, Titania 2 really shines when you bring a lot of her minions. Because you get a lot more utility out of her with your minion when you bring a lot of minions with her. And she makes all of her minions so much better. So I typically run with her 2 Autumn Nights. Oh, so this is from Chef Hunter. This is for Malifaux. This is a new master from Malifaux. Let me show you this. From the pre-release, got this at GenCon. The pre-released Damien Ravencroft core box. This is a tabletop skirmish game for Malifaux. But hey, what up? We got raids going on, and Kataryn Llama's here too. Man, today's a big day. Nice, good times. I am in a great mood. Hello, hello. Thank you all for raiding. For those of you who don't know, hello. I am Guslado, also known as Doug. That's not just also known, that's actually my name. Doug, Top Doug Design. We're painting here on the Play Weird stream, which is the official Twitch stream for weird games. I am painting a new model from Weird. It is Damien Ravencroft. Was just released. We're all weird here. Welcome to the weirdos. Come for the painting. Stay for the shenanigans. That's what I like to say about me. Apparently my dogs are being all crazy downstairs. But yeah, so we this is Damien Ravencroft new pre-release for Malifaux 3rd edition. Just came out at Gen Con, and I was lucky enough to be there to pick up a copy of him. Oh, glad you like them. I love the Malifaux miniatures myself. And I love the game. So, hey, thanks for the follow, Origami Girl. But yeah, so I was just telling what my Viruk here, what my usual turn 1 unpack for like another master I play. So I got 3rd place at GenCon in the Weird Tyrant tournament. So that was super awesome. And best finish I've ever had there. And I played the Master Titania, her titled Autumn Queen version, the entire tournament. Yeah, so I normally bring, so obviously Titania. I will bring 2 Autumn Knights, both with, oh, thank you. Both with Inhuman Reflexes. 2 Waldgeists, both with Ancient Pact. And then I bring, like 1 beater. Oh, thank you. Glad you love my glorious beard. It is the source of my power. But yeah, so then I'll bring the large beater. I tend to either bring the Malosaurus Rex, because dinosaur, or the Mysterious Emissary, because having another model with planted roots is great to be able to have your models not knocked off points. But so the unpack I tend to do with it is, usually if I am outnumbered on the table, I did see it. I never played it. I was only ever across the table from me. Play weird. Did you paint that one? Because all the miniatures on the Double Rush looked super awesome. They were great on the table. Nice. Yeah, I need to bust out my speed paints at some point. I have not had a chance to really play around with them at all yet. But yeah, so the unpack with that crew is I kind of figure out the crew generally ends up dividing up first turn, where it's the one of the knights is going to go hang out with one of the Waldgeists. The other knight and the other Waldgeist are going to hang out with Titania. The knight that is not going to hang out with Titania gets the champion upgrade honor. So then, I've got that bubble going. The other Titania kind of goes along with the other ones. I make sure I place a couple of my underbrush markers so that the Waldgeists, after the 2-inch push that Titania gives them, so they can, get that 2-inch push up into it, and so they'll be able to ambush easily. I will have them, ambush up and then probably walk to get into another underbrush marker. And then either they'll focus or if I need more underbrush markers on the table, I might have them germinate. Kind of depends on what the strat and scheme pool is, what the deployment is. But yeah, so I, get those up the field a little ways. So yeah, turn 1, Titania does tend to activate pretty early on. Now, I also, if I've got a bunch of pass tokens, I burn through my pass tokens. I pass. I pass until I have to go. If I win initiative, I let the opponent. I force my opponent to go first, and then I keep passing until I'm out of pass tokens. It drives my friends nuts. Oh, you should come back and play. It's my favorite game. Also, the rules are free, and the app is amazing. But yeah, that turn one unpack is really the, get us spread out, but not too spread out. Get a champion upgrade out there on the knight who's going to be farther away from my the queen. Because ultimately, if you get both of the champions upgrades out there, you end up with the ability to have three areas of influence for Titania, which is really, really awesome. Since she's able to draw a line of sight for her actions and her auras from where her champions are. She really ends up being a force multiplier. It's kind of the way I look at her. And if you're playing in a tournament that allows you to do multiple masters, I love to bring Zoraida with her. Alrighty, let's get it with that's Earthbound. Let's go with OG Zoraida is what I've been using with her. I like that, getting that obeys, because the Fey minions, so long as they're in the aura from Titania, they get that they're +1 on all their duels that they perform outside of their activation. So that includes if they are obeyed. So having Zoraida obey one of my champions, so one of the knights with the champion upgrade on it. Yeah, it's super spicy. So an Autumn Knight's got the champion upgrade on them, so they get, plus rams and plus crows to all their duels. plus their +1 on the stat if they're activating out of activation. Well, then you have Zoraida obey them. That means they are a stat 7 attack. Yeah, and their Wildgeist are great for Eyes of the Night, etc. She can obey them to go do some more things very easily. It's a delightful little combo there because they are Swamp Fiend and Fae. But stats, so the Autumn Knights, when obeyed, they become a stat 7 with built-in into Thorns. So stat 7, 3, 4, 5 then. That's nastiness. And I love it. Right. Hello. So Titania, I will bring a Rougarou if I'm bringing Marcus along. They just don't seem to get as much benefit from having the champion upgrade on them as a Waldgeist or a Autumn Knight. And I tried the Baltugans a few times. And they are, I don't know, they were just underwhelming for me there. You know, it's gonna be a hard fight. Because I do love my Marcus. And I do love Ravencroft. And now I'm all about the the update. So I've ran her with the updated ones. I never ran her with the old ones. Hey, Rob, how you doing, man? Ooh. Windshield replaced. That sounds unhappy times. I'm planning on running Neverborn at Masters, yeah, at Nova. For the Open, I'm not sure what I'm going to be running. But I just, I figure, Oh, that sucks, man. I didn't know that. Yeah, I figure, Neverborn or Dance with the Girl you took to the dance. And Titania is the one that has been doing so well for me lately, so I'll see if I have it done. I haven't even built everything yet. Yeah, I've literally these are the only so Ravencroft and Thorpe are the only two that I built. And I did that yesterday because was getting ready for the stream here. But anyway, I got back because I drove. I got back. I drove home from GenCon. So I brought all the terrain for the tourney. I got back about midnight on Monday, and then had a class I was taking yesterday. All right, where's my rosy shadows? There we go. Yeah, so I bulked out the rest of my Hoff stuff because I obviously bought the Nightmare Hoff because I love that model. Was gonna buy the rest of the stuff that they had at GenCon because I had some booth credit. Wasn't able to get everything for Hoff because they didn't have any Guardians available. So yeah, same boat as you. Wanted to get some Guardians, but they were not at GenCon. Oh yeah, Furyk, I saw your awesome Peacekeeper worm earlier. Catch you later on, Vyruk. Yeah, this is one of my printed bases. One of my cobblestone bases. Got a full set of them. I figured they seem to be, these guys are running around inside the walls of Malifaux City. So I figured cobblestones make sense for them. So Furyk, for the was that some of the paint color shift paints you used for the big dragon boy? Which brand color shifts did you use? I like those. Oh, Turbo Dark, cool. Yeah, I haven't tried out Turbo Dark. I've got some of the Vallejo, some of their color shifts. So I was thinking I might use the which one was that one? Found the name of it. So I was thinking possibly using the green boot. Blah, 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 blah. Apparently, I use words. I was going to use the green, blue, violet on the Loheath and the Soulstone Gammon. Or I'm just going to throw it across the room, apparently. Ricky Bobby Paints, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the shenanigans. So you have the stuff I've seen. So I've only seen Loheath on the table. Cole didn't end up using any Soulstone Gammons. I was thinking that they probably work out better with Aspirant. Well, no, sorry, with Unbound. Hey, I'm doing well. How are you doing, Ricky Bobby Paints? I'm assuming you paint, judging by your name. What have you been painting lately? So I think, yeah, probably always take 2 Soulstone Gammons together or an Aspirant. Yeah, Aspirant. From what it looked like, Unbound, the Soulstone Gammon work really, really well with him because of the whole being able to take draw range and line of sight through things with the House of the Soul. And so you want to have the Gammon. So, I mean, having, some Gammons, Loheath, and the puzzle box on the table seems to make sense to bring with that. But it looks like the Aspirant, and I've got to get him to the table, try him out myself a little bit more, too. It looks like the Aspirant, he's less wanting to keep all of the... He's making more active use of the configuration, I think. Whereas with... I think with the Unbound, he's more wanting to, set up the configuration and get as many suits out of it as possible. At least that's the first blush I get on it with my looking over the cards. Cole, did you play Unbound at all? Unleashed, Unbound. I can't remember what the name of it. Swirly Magic Damien Ravencroft. Did you play that one at all, or did you just play all Aspirant? Okay, yeah. So the read I'm getting for Unbound is Unbound is the 40 minute. Well, I know I played against Aspirant. That much I know. I just didn't know what he played second round. What he played the rounds I didn't play against him. But it struck me as, like Unbound wants to keep more cards in, wants as many suits as he can get in there. At least that's the kind of the first blush read I get on it. There's my white. Oh, yeah. Oh. Unbound would be great against, not to tell you how to defeat me or anything, but Unbound would be great against the Autumn Queen. Oh, right. And, Unbound doesn't have the cheat from the config, right? That's only a aspirant one, right? Yeah. That's kind of that's a tough one to pick. I mean, it's a tough situation there, where the pool screams one thing, but the opposing master screams the other thing. And also at that point, you didn't know if I was. I mean, okay, if you know me at all, you would have known that I was going to be bringing the queen, the Autumn Queen instead of standard. But it's that you gotta pick your title before I reveal that it's the Autumn Queen and not the other one. Because against Titania 1, yep, Titania 1 is a little doesn't have as many baked in suits there. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, it was a pain in your butt. Really glad I ended up taking down one of those dabblers right away because, oh man, them removing my underbrush was just a pain in my ass. Of course, I can see just taking the. Well, as soon as I figured out, oh, they could remove my markers, well, there goes a lot of my plans, because I mean, obviously I was going to score off of those markers, but also they really help me out. And having those markers on the board hurts you, helps me. So you being able to remove them is something I don't want to leave out there. But, I mean, of course, I had to nuke one of them. The Rex was hungry, and who's the Rex? Obviously, is going to eat little guy there. I think a lot of people make the mistake with the Rex, as you mentioned that you hadn't seen someone else run the Rex as effectively. A lot of people run the Rex at someone else's big thing. The Rex is a bully. The Rex, while it is a beater, it prefers to be a bully and not go against something that can, stand toe-to-toe with it. I would rather send the Rex to go eat a bunch of little dudes as opposed to send it after, my opponent's big stuff. Because usually my opponent's big stuff has got tech to deal with what the Rex's defense is. Because the Rex counts on the terrifying and the hard to wound to not die. But if you can get around that, he goes down fast because defense willpower 4. Yep. And that's why if I'm playing Titania into Outcast, if there's bans, I ban Mercenary. If I'm playing into Outcast, there's not bans, or I'm playing against Mercenary keyword, I'm not bringing the Dino. Because she says, hey, yeah, Dino, you're dead to me. And then the Dino dies. I find that the Emissary has been pretty solid with Titania 2 lately. Because that extra little bit of range is useful. And then having another model with the planted roots with a lot of the... So because a lot of the scheme, the new strategies, have got it where... you need to have the model on the point at the end of the turn, as opposed to, doing the interact there. So having something that can't be knocked off a point, so the Waldgeists and the Emissary with the planted roots is nice. So I ended up running the Emissary the last 2 rounds instead of the Dino. But I do love getting the dinosaur onto the table whenever I do. Because it's a dinosaur, man. And it just makes 12-year-old Doug happy. To play a game where I can have a dinosaur on the table. That's awesome. But see, that is the kind of model I don't want near, my Rex running near, because Corvus Rook, yeah, he's got the tech to deal with a dino. As I said before, if you're running the dino, you've got to use it like a bully. Because I like the color purple. And so his artwork, he's got red on the cape, red on the vest. It's clearly two different outfits. It just seems too similar. So I wanted a little bit of a contrast there. And I thought it would look really good in a nice rich purple. So I figure the red and the purple look nice next to each other without, really without clashing and without, being too much of the same thing. Because I feel like if he had a red cape with that red vest, it just would be a little bit bland, honestly. Yeah, so I was looking at this on the artwork. It's got kind of the let me get that on there. It's got kind of this gold, so it's got like a burgundy thing in there with kind of a gold trim in there. So I'm going with the kind of the goldish trim there. And then the plan is I'm going to go in and I'm going to figure out which color is going to work best for it. But I use these Pigma Micron Pens. So if I need to do something that looks like writing or something, I actually write it with these pens. So I use these for doing writing in little books and stuff. And I'm going to actually use it to put the pinstripes on his pants. So the plan is to, let me find my black pen. So on his pants here, I'm going to put in black pinstripes on his pants using Pigma Pen because it's a whole lot easier to control. Well, so these aren't even a paint pen; they're actually it's ink. So it's a permanent marker. It's like a Sharpie, but super fine Sharpie. It actually eats into the paint a little bit to help kind of etch it into there. I was actually going to play around with it a little bit, and I might try to write some runes on his skin too using that. So I also love. Ooh, yeah. I might do like the head tat on there. Yes. I am definitely going to do the head tat on there. But I do love that they, in the sculpt, included the scars, the scar all the way around his head. So that isn't, I mean, obviously it really comes into, it gets mentioned in the story. But I love that the sculptor included that. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I will see you soon. See you at Nova, man. Are you coming out to the Houston tourney on Saturday? Or are you, taking a break as well because of, GenCon? So I think most of the, yeah, got to paint, yeah. I've got to deliver my ninja shopping. Yeah, I'm planning on playing Witness at my local games for a little while there. Just because, Damien Ravencroft, and I love him. Let's go with this one. So he feels like a strong keyword who is not broken overpowered. Because a lot of times when they've brought out, new things, they've either brought out stuff that has been a little bit, it's strong, but maybe a little too strong. Or brought out stuff that didn't quite, it was, oh, that's cool, but it doesn't quite live up to the other stuff. Oh, well, isn't it anti-draw and anti-soul stone, if I remember reading that correctly? I don't have everything memorized yet. Yeah, stopping that card draw is nasty. Hey, Furyk, what kind of food do you have? Ooh, paella. I do enjoy good paella. Paella and strudel. So you're getting a little bit Austrian and a little bit Spanish. Ah, is my kitchen is the I went to GenCon, so I don't have any food at home kitchen. Ooh, chicken and dumplings. That sounds good. I should make some chicken and dumplings soon. I tend to do that more during the winter. It tends to be a little bit heavy for the summer around here. It still sounds delicious. Ooh, that sounds good. I normally do mine in a slow cooker, so I don't have a pressure cooker. I really should get one. check something. I'm going to draw that. I got purple spray blue. There it is, blue. Just want to see how this looks. All right. Just playing around with that there. Okay. And let's do another little test. As long as I got that gold there, let's try purple on that. So this is me just doing a little test to see how the color of the Micron pen looks on. Okay, so that's how purple looks on the yellow. Let's see how blue looks on the yellow there. Let's see how red looks on that. Let me just fiddle in around here. Maybe you do purple, and then red over the top of it. That might look good. Sorry. Just playing around with how I want to do the markings on there. Just try. Purple. Okay, yeah, I think that gives a bit better look. Now his are glowing on the, I think just blue for the skin. Blue for the skin, purple, and then red for the cloak. Okay, cool. Figured that out. Alrighty. Just need to hit him with a couple highlights on his skin there. Let's do a little bit more on the cloak. Where are you at? Xerius purple. Here we go. Oh, where'd my pen go? All right. Big brush. And time to jam. Dehydrated kiwi in my mouth. Cool. I got shadows. A little bit more. That's going to be a nice little blendy blend there. Okay, I just check to make sure you're thin enough. All right. Yep. Beautiful. Richen that up a little bit. Alrighty. There we go. Getting a little bit of depth to those folds. Still keeping a nice rich purple. Edge there. Joe. This one is really. Okay, let's get just a touch there. There we go. Just a touch for the most highlighty of highlights. Shadow in there. You're growing hangry. Oh no, that's sadness. Well, I will eat a dehydrated kiwi to help you. Which just works because I'm eating it in your honor, play weird. What's a kigurumi? Like, I know that word, but I don't know what it Like, I've heard that word before. Obviously, it's, it sounds Japanese, but I don't know what it means. Is this something the cool kids are doing for these days? Because I'm old and I don't know hip, cool things anymore. Okay, so it's something that McBluff is drawing for you. Well, that sounds awesome. Because I love McBluff's drawings. Okay, is that link safe to click? Big old link. Oh, yeah. Wait, is it Kigurumi a Waldo onesie? Is that what a Kigurumi is? Me, when I'm, if anyone ever needs to be educated during these streams, it's generally me because, I don't know the things that the cool kids knows these days. Oh wait, so someone's actually going to make you a real awesome wall. Oh my gosh, I just realized that's awesome, and we all need that in our life. Now, while Kigurumi sounds cool, I think calling it the Waldo onesie, it just rolls off the tongue, you know? It's got that nice alliteration going on there. Okay, you need to make idea for a nice Waldo sketch. Have Waldo trying to open a puzzle box. Because Damien Ravencroft hype. Oh my god. So, one of Damien Ravencroft's abilities is esoteric debate, I believe. And one of my favorite moments in the game, Damien Ravencroft lost a debate with a tree. It was amusing to everyone. All right, where's that rosy skin? Grab rosy highlight yet? Nope, I did not. Rosy highlight. Here we go. That needs to be stabbed. Just a little bit of rosy highlight there. Ooh, a frozen crunch bar does sound delicious. Alrighty, where did I put my black Pigma pen? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to be trying doing this. I'm going to add pinstripes to his pants. I'm trying in the back where it's more hidden. Pinstripes to the pants using the black Pigma pen. All right. I need to set my wet palette aside just so I can really lean on the table for this. This is like painting eyeballs here. See how those usually line up in the crotch. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's looking nice and fancy there. Yay, windshield replaced. I'm being ridiculous and pinstriping his pants. Go. Well, at least one pant leg is pinstriped. Oh, you don't know how to focus on you there. Because my oh, it's because you're looking at the back of my head. It's because I'm getting like really close on him here. Because pinstripes. There we go. What do y'all think? It looks pretty cool. Now, I think it's time to add a little bit of arcane writing around his thing there. And I was going with purple. I was going with purple and then red. Oh, well, he's he's the master. So I really have to, go all out for him. Let's take a look at what these little symbols look like here. Okay, here we go. Yep, going with some. Well, I gave him pinstripes on his pants, and now I'm going with some arcane runes on his there, and he's gonna get some tattoos on his head and his hands. And so, those of you who don't know what I'm doing this with, this is a what's known as a Pigma Micron Pen, and I love using these for writing on minis because it'll actually stay etch into the paint a little bit. And I figured I might as well be, totally extra with him because we know my love of Damien Ravencroft. I don't remember who I'd learned this from, but it's one of those favorite little techniques that I learned that, like, if you're painting Space Marines, using a like parchment scrolls and those scrolls on there. Oh my God! I'm glad that my brain wasn't the only one who thought raisin. He's a Damien Raisin Bran, the master of the breakfast cereals. Witness his cereal. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Witness this part of the balanced breakfast. All right, I was going over that in red. Rankin and Bass. Oh, you're going like the animators, right? Rankin and Bass. That's what I'm assuming you're talking about. Yeah. So look at that. So I'm going. I did them in purple. I'm going over them in the red, and it really gives it some nice depth to it there. Let me grab some water real fast. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There we go. Now look at those runes. Isn't that cool? All right. I'm going to put a little bit. Hey, have a good one, Rob. Oh, by the way, Rob, yeah, I'm going to totally take that idea. He's getting head tattoos. Let's take a look at what do those tattoos look like. Okay. Here we go. Because you know what? He gets them on his head, too. That's what I'm going with. Okay, yeah, those are going to work out. I think this is going to be a great color to do head tattoos. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we've only got about, 8 minutes left there. Look at that. I've got just a little bit of, I really just have the basing to finish off. And a little bit of detail left on the sword. But yeah, so I'm going to finish this guy up here pretty soon. Thank you. I'm really happy with how those runes came out on him. And the ones on his head also look delightfully arcane. Got to finish his eye lens. Okay, you know what? Let's grab that. I can start those up. So it's going to be finished up before we're... let's see, teal, certified. This one's right. Let's give him a little. Thank you. I am really happy with how this guy looks. We still got about, 7 minutes here, so not quite done yet. Let's see about getting the rest of him finished off here. Whose eye lenses here? What's that? We got time. Stick with me. We're almost done. Righty. 5 more minutes. We got this. We got this. There's the white. There we go. Got those lenses looking nice. All right. Yeah, just a little bit of a touch up on the leather there. I think it's maybe the first time I ever get a master fully painted before I dry them out on the table. because I fully intend to try them out for Malifaux night tomorrow night on Thursday. Right, that wrist wrap there. All right, so we got about a minute left here. So I figure I will show you what we got going on here. So here is Damien Ravencroft. Got him from the GenCon pre-release. Super excited to be getting him onto my painting table and then be getting him onto the gaming table here very shortly. I am really happy with how he came out so far. I am, I'm just going to finish him off, and then I'll be posting some pictures of him up on my social media the next day or two. So look out for those. And yeah, I will see you all very, very soon. I will see you all in 2 weeks. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you had as much fun with this as I did. And stay weird, everyone. Damien.